100% by volunteers since 1999. Our main objective is to rescue, rehabilitate, and rehome boxers that come to us from many sources, including local animal shelters, owner surrenders, and strays. For more information about Lone Star Boxer Rescue, visit our website at lsbr.org.
Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us on the Cindy Cochran Show, sponsored by Chris Wootton Financial Group. And they've been here over 20, this would be the 22nd year. I think it's over 20, it was 21 years last year. So I guess it was over 22nd years here in Conroe. And just like I always said, if he wasn't doing something right, Conroe's a small enough town where, you know, it gets around and people tell everybody else and they say, oh no, don't go over there, don't go over there. He's, you know, and they start a scandal and all that. But not Chris. It's not with Chris. But because he'll let you come in and when you can do a free sit down with him as a financial advisor and just see if y'all like each other and kick the tires, as he says. But don't kick him. He's a sweet, nice guy. So anyway, if you're looking for someone other than the mattress at home to figure out what you're gonna do with your money, you might give him a call, and his number's right there on the screen. It is that's where you come in. That's your script. 937. You have his.
I'm kidding around.
Oh,
it is 936-449-5952.
That's right. So easy to remember.
Yeah.
I get up to 449 and then I'm done.
It's one of those numbers.
It's too many numbers to.
I don't remember anyone's number.
Huh?
I don't know anyone's number but mine.
You don't?
No.
Well, with
I had that. I had that
phone,
today. There's this guy named Dale forgot his phone, and he's like, "Hey, can you call this number 832?" And I'm like, I'm putting it in, and I look at him. He and I joke around a lot, like do pranks and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then I look at him, and I go, "I'm not calling this number. I feel like this is a trick." And he's like, "No, it's my wife. Trust me." And then I forgot my phone. I'm like, I still don't believe you. I'm calling some stranger.
Yeah. Or just say, you're calling someone else's wife and say, he's right here. It's okay. I'm just calling him.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Did she know you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she knows you. Okay.
I know them very well, but it's just one of those things where he and I mess around
and
all the time.
Mess the people up.
And
Richard, you're going to get yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
You will.
But it's worth it. Care. It's worth it.
I know. You think it's funny.
Anything for a good laugh.
Anything for a good laugh. See?
Yeah.
That's
my favorite thing this guy does, Dale, is when he gets a strike, he'll look at me and flash me. And everyone, like, he'll do it no matter what, where I'm at.
Wait, what does he flash
he
you?
lifts his shirt up. He's like, "Woo!"
Oh,
and then I look at him, and there's like probably 5 or 10 people who like catch it. They're like, "What the hell was that?" But then I told him, like, "Hey, we gotta stop that because it's a little weird." And so now he screams out, "Testify."
Oh, I don't know what you're gonna say. Testify. Yeah.
He screams out, raises his hand. He's like, "Testify." And then I
and
say, and then I raise my hand. I yell, "Repent."
Repent. That's good. Oh,
it's fun. We have a good time.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's something that is on everybody's mind, though, is about your dating situation.
Not really. No one's really.
No, he's gonna keep it close to the vest, and
I just share it with you because I've known you for so long, and I don't know what it is about older women in my life, but they always that's the go-to. Hey, how's your dating life?
Well, sure. They won't
So
make
now
sure that
my
you're
answer,
okay.
now what I've been doing for the past couple of weeks, I'm like, oh well, I haven't really found the right guy yet, and then I switched teams. So
great.
the dating scene for the dudes is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah, you may not be able to relate to this, but I'm looking for, and then you ought to describe someone really, really strange.
we're all
Furry.
we're all a little strange. We're
The
all
furry,
a little strange.
the furries.
The furry one's great.
Cindy and Samuel.
Well, especially like today's world, I can't imagine being like a young person and trying to date.
Yeah. And
Because I don't date. I mean, growing up, I never just dated girls. It wasn't just like, because I had a couple friends who like had to go on dates or have a girlfriend. Like they were rarely ever alone. And
okay.
I mean, I was alone till what, like 26,
Yeah, that's
I
right.
guess. And I was like, I don't really care.
And I should have enjoyed every minute that I was alone.
No, I figured I'd get to it at one point. I'm like, I don't really. But yeah, it's always funny to me, like, especially now the young guys, girls, and like my niece is getting married, and that's kind of wild to me. But they also have been dating for like 7 years.
How old is she?
She's 20.
20?
They dated in high school, and he's a year younger, but he graduated a year older than her.
Man.
He's a nerd. He's a smart guy, but
Cindy turns 19 in November, and that's how old I was when I got married. So it just scares. There's no way that.
I don't know how it works. I don't know if because I like going to Abilene Christian. That was really funny to me because there were a good portion of the women there were just looking to get married. They go,
Right.
that kind of thing, and that was hilarious to me
Mm-hmm.
because. Like, I could talk to anybody, but I also know when someone starts telling me to be somewhere at a certain time without asking me first, I'm like, no, I'm busy.
Well, in 1967, my dad said, you're graduating, but there's no way I'm going to pay. I'm not paying for you to go to college because all you're looking for is going to be a husband, and there's just no way I'm going to pay.
That's just the way it is. Especially like I think every culture and especially school is a little different.
Mm-hmm. But
that's why I mean, it's part of life. I don't know, Cindy. I don't know, but trying to find the right guy is hard for me. So,
well, I can see why. You're probably pretty annoying as a guy in a guy's world.
I guess.
They probably know. They're
I don't
put up
care.
that stuff. They're not going to put up with and you're so. I don't care. You're so laid back. It's just amazing. You're just like some LA dude that's just whatever you want to do. I don't care. Leave. That's good. Just shut the door. Turn out the light. That's what you come off as. But you're so nice. You're very nice. You're very caring. You always want to make sure everybody's okay. And when you answer the phone, you don't say hello. You say, "Are you okay?" and it's so sweet. Except you're worried that you're waiting for me to come in for the show, and I'm going to be late. But I'm not. No, you are that way with everybody. It's not just.
You're not special, Cindy.
I'm not special. I don't.
No.
I know that, and you remind me of it every day. When you think, "What do you think you're the only show I have going on?" No.
Yeah.
No, but I'm the only live show you have, right?
That's true.
So
Yeah, I wish we could get you off that, but that's not how your brain. That's not how your brain works.
You're trying to wean me off of the live show.
Yeah.
Oh.
Give me a little bit more flexibility.
Oh. And to be able to cut out stuff I say and make me sound smart.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. A lot of commercial breaks.
You could work for Kamala Harris.
A lot of commercial breaks. But yeah.
We'll be right back. Wait, I just got started. I know, but we'll be right back. No, because I usually have to come up with the subject matters because
It's your show.
it's my show.
Big surprise there.
But he's supposed to be
I
coming.
was honestly thinking about you this morning.
You were honestly thinking
I
about
was.
me?
I was
Okay.
working outside and I was taking care of some stuff, and I go, man, I really hope Cindy comes to the show today with something this time, because I don't know what she's like. I don't want to hear about Fox News. I don't want. I was like, I'm not in that mood right now. But yeah, my sister's dryer. They have like a vent problem, and that's one thing I love about trying to fix stuff. Eventually, when I have to get on the roof,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if I really want to do this.
To fix a dryer?
Yeah, so a lot of, especially it depends on the dryer, and also depends on the placement in the layout of the house.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I'm learning, and this is a little bit of knowledge for everybody who builds new houses. So the insulation in houses has improved significantly.
Yes.
Right? So the exhaust, so imagine your exhaust pipe from your dryer
Mm-hmm.
and your washer and
Yeah.
like your oven vacuum, or whatever you want to call it. They call them different things. The space between the wall and the roof is so well temperature controlled.
Mm-hmm.
What happens with the weather changing in Texas is the moisture starts collecting because
Oh,
you
yeah.
got this really high heat going up, but it cools so fast before it hits the roof,
Yeah.
it starts dripping. And when you have moisture that has nowhere to go,
Yes.
it starts collecting
Goes
somewhere.
and in your.
Oh, yeah,
it
she
could
had-
leak
oh,
in your-
It's gross. And I was like, you never really thought of calling anybody? She's like, what called you? So yeah, I was inspecting it, and I was like, right when I realized I got to get to the roof, just because you got to cover all your bases, and I was like, I feel like nothing's getting out, and because like I think her microwave shorted because the moisture started backing up on her. Most people have some people have a microwave above their stove or something, near their stove. So
Oh, yeah. They put them now down under.
yeah, and you have to have a fan for every, like, it's kind of code control where you have
Yeah.
a vent for every stove. So yeah, I was just one of those things. But then that's my theory behind it is there's moisture building up somewhere and it's not escaping, and then it's dripping, and then over time it goes somewhere, and it unfortunately hit her microwave.
Well, what was the honest thought that you had about me during that, thinking about or doing that?
I just wanted you to come to the show prepared with something fun to talk about instead of the typical "how's your dating life." It's
I was going to talk about like and love.
what do you mean?
When somebody says something like "I like you,"
Again, I don't know what the young kids are doing these days.
well, no, I think they all say "I love you" after
I don't know.
their first kiss or something. That's it. I don't know, because
I mean, you got married after like what, 3 weeks or 6 weeks?
it was about I think it was about a month.
Yeah,
I think it was about
everyone's a
4
little
weeks.
different. Doesn't bother me.
That didn't bother you?
No, I
That
don't care.
It was. Well, you feel like if you know, you know. And let's get married.
I more care about like how do they react to you at your worst. That's really what it comes down to.
Is how they react.
Yeah, how they handle you at your worst. Because everyone has rock bottom at one point. They just have a bad day. And it's like, how does the other person, how does your loved one handle it?
Well, I'm not someone who yells. I don't get that angry. I start yelling at people. I don't think I'm mean, because I don't like conflict. I don't like anybody to be mad or upset, except you. But there's just some people. Because Cindy said, "Hey, I just read the text between you and Richard, and oh my word."
Oh, everyone thinks I hate you. And I think it's great. I'm like, yeah.
I said, she said, "You're always apologizing to him." I said,
Well, because you're always a problem.
"Yeah,
And you know it.
no, that's not true."
That's one of my favorite things. We had a listener on Andrew and I show, and he's like, he's like, does Richard hate Andrew? And I'm like, that means we're doing a good show.
yeah.
We're bringing out a lot of emotion here.
Well, I tried to explain. I said, you always have to have an antagonistic character in any kind of, sitcom, or you think about it. And it's just like the person you love to hate. And that's,
Well, they always, I mean, especially in guys, don't they say that a group of guys that give each other a hard time are closer than guys who don't?
Right.
But
it was some of the things that you guys.
Oh, it's awesome. It's very creative. It gets me my creative juices going. Like today, you should see our text thread this morning. It was great.
What?
My friends group. It's great.
Do you have a friends?
No, I have
room?
several, and it's just.
Do you have a chat room?
Yeah, we have a chat.
Okay.
And it's all my friends from high school and college, and it's just.
Oh my!
It's great.
You go back to high school. Those.
Yeah. Well, I've been friends with them since I was like in 8th grade.
I'm such a bad friend because I just can't keep up with. I can't keep up with that, like calling, and like Phyllis is one of my best friends, and I won't call her for months, and she goes, "So how's it going?" And then we start talking like we.
Yeah.
And I mean that to me is like a really good friend, but
like I just found out one of my buddies had a kid. And I was like, yeah, thanks for letting us know that she was pregnant.
Oh.
And I was kind of mad at him. I was like, you really don't think you should tell us that? You just magically have a kid now? And I used to see him all the time. He used to live very, very close to me, but he moved.
Where'd he go to?
Oh, man. It was like Granbury, I think. He actually had a cool story. He semi-retired at like 36.
Wow.
And he owned several businesses in New Mexico, but his wife and like his family and her family are from here. So he calls me up one day and he's like, "Hey, I bought a house in Walden." And I was like, "Oh, cool. Why?" He's like, "So I can golf every day." He's a big golfer.
So was it a house they were going to move to and live in?
So he lived there. He was here for like 2 years, and then we're hanging out one time, and he's like, "Hey, we're moving to Granbury." And I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "Well, it's her parents own a bed and breakfast, and I decided I wanted to take it over, and we're like refurbishing it, and we're gonna manage it. We're gonna live on the property."
Oh man!
And I was like, "That sounds really cool, man." And now he has a kid, so now we're all talking about going to see him and staying there, and we're all like, "We're not paying for it, right? We don't have to pay for a room to come see you." It's been a good time. It's been a good chat.
Granbury.
I want to say it's Granbury. It's like I think it's south of Dallas or something like that.
They do have a.
But it's a beautiful place. He sent pictures and he's been working on it. And he's an interesting guy. I like that guy. I've known him since I was in 5th grade.
That means somebody that has so much energy to get involved with other people. Unless he's hired. Whole staff.
No, he wanted me. He's like, "Can you come up there and be like the head guy? Because I don't want to talk to people." He doesn't. Well, one of my favorite businesses he owns, and I've been around him when he's talking on the phone, is a bunch of hair salons. It's wild. I was like, "You own a bunch of hair?" It's like, "Yeah, man." Like it was just one of those opportunities, and I was like, "Let's do it." I think he owns like 7 or 8, and the phone calls he has are just hilarious.
At the hair salon.
Yeah. Because they do a manager call like every week or something like that, and then you just hear them complaining about the girls or the guys cutting hair.
See, trying to
again, that guy, I love Jared so much. I was like, "Dude, this is wild. Why am I listening to this conversation?"
That's like being a realtor and having to go around with people to show them different houses. If anybody watched HGTV for very long, they'd go like,
No.
I'm not gonna be a realtor, because the pickiness and the way that
I never fully understood the folks who get that picky, because eventually you're gonna have to move, right? Like So it's just kind of like, why don't you just move and figure it out from there? Because there's only so much due diligence you can do for owning.
Well, a lot of times it looks like these couples lived in an apartment. They had no idea what stuff's going to take or how long it's going to take to get it done and all. And so the wife comes in and goes, "I love it. This entryway is so big." It was like that. You walk in and you go turn this way and go. It was terrible. But she to her, it was really big. And then she goes in the kitchen, and there's hardly any counter space. But she runs her hand way down. Look at all the place I have to cook on and all. And the guy's going, I think it's a little tight. It's a little too small. It's just not. She said, no, we could fix it. We'll take the granite off. We'll do this and we'll do that. And I'm going like, oh my goodness. And he's just going, I think that costs a lot of money. She said, no, the house costs how much? Well, then they'll do it for us, right? And I go,
Yeah,
and he goes,
that's always
she goes,
the conversation.
No, I don't think
isn't
so.
it?
That's not it. Got some on my lip. Anyway, so what were we talking about? Oh, yeah.
Pickiness, I guess.
Just being a realtor. I couldn't do it. I love people and I love to talk, but to try and please them, and you have two different people wanting different things, and you're like, now how do I work this out?
Well, I feel like if you're a good realtor, it's almost like a matchmaking service.
Yeah.
You got to get a feel for the people, and then in your mind, you're like, all right, I kind of already have the house that I think they'd like.
Right.
And then they figure it out. So
yeah, and then it's always going to be a little bit more. Okay.
It's always, and that's always, I kind of get weird. I weirded out when people are like, oh, it's going to cost more. I'm like, yeah, you're buying a house. It's going to cost money. And it's going to cost sometimes, what's wild to me, I found out over the weekend, was we had our family time and we're chatting, and my brother was talking about getting a Galveston house because, we grew up in Galveston and everything. And he's like, Mom, you know how much our house when we grew up cost now? And she's like, no. Because she grew up in Galveston. She was born in Galveston. And when he said it, I was like, I overheard it. I'm like, wait, are you serious? And I looked it up, and I was like, that is amazing to me.
How much was it?
Well, it was a lot. And back then it was not. And so.
Well, no, that's what I mean. Back then, what did it cost?
I don't know. I don't want to talk about that kind of stuff. But I was surprised. I'm talking like it was like 15 times more or something like that. It was nuts. But then again, I can kind of understand it because that house hasn't blown away yet in like 40 years, 50 years. So maybe that's a good house to get in Galveston.
Well, it's just, the realtor's always saying, yes, but you know what you can do is if you can blow out this wall, and then she starts telling them what they could do, and they go, yeah, but how much did that cost? She says, oh, about $10,000. Everything was $10,000.
Yeah,
whatever they want done, and it's just. And they take them to these really expensive ones first, so that it makes everything else look bad, and they come back to that. And
it's a mind game.
Yeah, and you know what? It's because it's kind of show that you really couldn't tell, but I think a lot of it's so scripted.
Yeah,
and
of
they
course
go
it
like,
is.
Okay, now you're going to come in and hear the words we want you to use. Wow. Oh, it's beautiful. We love.
But you also have to I know when I walk into a house, especially when they have like a children's room, if they overdo it, and I'm like, you're gonna have to redo this in like 7 years because you're dealing with a child,
right?
And they're gonna be like, I don't like dinosaurs anymore.
Our big balloons. And
I don't like that stuff. Yeah. I'm like, well, here we go. But then again, like when you have children, you kind of do whatever you can for them. I hope, but
I hardly changed anything when I moved into this house. It was a house that had been built in the 2013.
But you're also a different type of person. You just need a place to stay.
I was just like happy to have something, that looked so good and it was so clean. It was so perfect. And
I think I told you that when I graduated, I moved into an apartment, and of course I moved into the apartment where my brother was because I was like, I don't care. Yeah, sure. And what was great was when I moved out, I think I unpacked just the kitchen because I cook a lot, but everything else was still in boxes by the time I moved out. I was like, yeah, I'm just one of those people that doesn't really care. Like, I didn't even set up the TV. I was like, I'm good.
Well, that's where I went really crazy. And I just bought another one. It was a Vizio. Big.
Yeah, TVs are cool.
Walmart, whenever we moved in, those TVs were so cheap, and they were like 75-inch TVs, and so I bought all those, and they're little rooms. It was weird. They gave.
I'm more of a sound guy though.
You're more of the sound guy.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You want
Like the TV can be as beautiful as it can be, but if you can't hear it, what's the point?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. And so if you're watching the Cindy Cochran show on YouTube, there may be some audio problems, but we're going to. He's working on it. He's working on it, so that you don't have to read my lips. And I've got this right in front of.
Well, you're doing the one thing I told you to do is talk into the microphone.
Is it louder now?
Yeah,
you're
you're actually talking into it.
Well, the other day when I was with Bob, you thought it was loud enough? Me?
I don't know. I stopped caring.
I think you're just listening to Bob anyway.
I can't just strap your head into the mic, making sure you don't move.
I know. But see, I've changed it where I can see you and not have to go, I think that, and that's what was bad was every time I turn and look at you, these are very sensitive. You mean you need to eat the mic to be able to.
They're microphones.
I know, but isn't there an Omni one that, you don't have to be so right into it?
I mean, there's vocal ones where if you're singing, yeah, I can set them up that way, but these are meant to be talked into.
Yeah. So you're not supposed to move around a lot, move your head a lot.
I can give you a headset. That'd be great.
Well, okay. You think a headset would help me hear you?
No.
Or just
I think
hear myself?
I think it would help everything.
Okay. Is it one of those?
Because we used to do headsets, I don't know, 10 years ago, because I got tired of people messing up the mics, but then you can imagine how much they mess up the headsets.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, I don't mind wearing a headset. It doesn't mess up my hair. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. It probably improve everything. Probably make everything look, you can wear it like this. But no, that's fine. I'll start wearing a headset and make sure that the audio is good because I thought my hearing had really gone when I turned the show on.
It should be fine.
Okay. All right. Well, he's such a jack of all trades. He can do anything. I mean, he all that stuff back there behind your curtain here.
Yeah, and it's pretty clean too.
Is
proud of myself with that one.
He has to do everything. He has to record it and he has to edit it because I'm the only live show, and so all the other shows, they edit it down. People say bad things. He can edit it out and stuff, but he knows that I'll never say anything bad, right? Isn't that right?
You won't even say my name. You call me Richard.
That's your name. That's your born. You're given that name when you're born, right, Richard?
Yes.
Because you're a second, third, or something.
I'm the fourth.
You're the fourth.
Yeah.
So you have three other brothers.
They're not George Foreman's.
I thought of that today about George Foreman, and he named all his kids George, so he didn't have to think about it. That was so funny when he said that. It's weird, but he didn't name them first, second, third, or anything like that. He just said, I just gave everybody, the girls and everybody, was named George, and then I just say, George, come here. I don't care who came down; it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just so one of the kids came down. What's going on outside?
They're pointing at me.
They're what?
I don't know who it is, but they're pointing.
They're pointing at you?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, so you have recording with the guy that brings in singers and musicians.
I got a good musician coming in after you.
It's probably a musician.
Probably more exciting than this.
No,
like I said, I was like, I wonder what she's going to talk about today.
Well, I wanted to talk about the words like and love because we started a discussion that was so interesting about that because people will say they like everything and some people say they love everything.
Yeah.
And that word is so abused. So
is it?
Well, sure it is. I love to see my dog eat dog food. You love that? That's what you love? What should you say?
Who has said that to you?
No, if I said I love to see my dog eat his dog food, well then that's not a good way to use it.
Yeah.
I mean, I like seeing that happen, but Richard, What is
It happens all the time with me when I talk about funny stories. I'm like, I love that. They're like, you like this person flashing the entire cabin on an airplane? I'm like, yeah, that's insane. That's awesome.
So how long will it take you?
You know what's wild is with Andrew, we've been always keeping track of the stories I like.
Yeah.
There's been like 3 or 4 stories we've covered of flight attendants doing drugs and going into the bathroom and taking off their clothes. Like it's like a repeat thing.
They go in the bathroom.
Yeah, they find them in the bathroom like tweaking out from like having a bad trip from drugs. And they're completely nude.
And Andrew found this out?
Well, we just been coming up with articles and
Oh.
And then every I don't know 2 months I find another one. I'm like, there's another flight attendant doing drugs and getting naked. What's going on these airplanes, man? I always love a good airplane, so you know that.
Yeah. Well, I'm
like some people do some
Need
weird
to
stuff
call.
on airplanes.
well as long as the pilot didn't walk back there to the restroom after she'd gone in there, or
Most of the time it's guys.
it's guys doing it.
Yeah, most of the
I
time
thought
it's
you
men.
said a flight attendant.
Yeah, men can be flight attendants.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So-
Yeah, no. So
Those are the kind of guys I should go out with. They like to have a good time.
and they don't remember what they did the night. The night
No, I'm not kidding
before.
though. It's kind of wild. I was like, this is like somehow, and like another story we would talk about like the teachers messing around with kids,
Yeah.
like sexually.
Yeah.
And another thing that because we're talking about another one. This is another repeat behavior is they get other kids to be on the lookout. And that's weird to me. Like it's already weird enough that you're, sleeping with a 17-year-old, 16-year-old and be a teacher. But then it's like they always say like, yeah, they make kids be the lookout. So something's going on.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like several stories have that little byline or whatever you want to call it. It's just like, oh yeah. She also had other kids been reported to be on the
Well, I want to get back to the words like and love. Okay.
But see, I love stories like that because it's just so bizarre.
Not as bizarre as in the second grade, a teacher said that this girl would go in the restroom, and then the other girls would get up and say they have to go to the restroom. They go to the restroom, and that she had a ring of little girls that she was teaching how to give a hickey to a boy, and how to kiss.
The teacher
boy.
was.
No, this is one of the students.
Oh yeah, that
The
happens
student
all the time.
Took him in there, and she had her own her ring, and she was telling them that tell the boys they have to pay you this much money. So she's creating her own. This is terrible, a prostitute ring, and in this, and so this teacher had to call the mom and tell her, that. This is what your daughter's doing. I said, not my child does not do that stuff.
You got a hickey ring going on.
Yeah, hickey ring.
That's great.
And, and that's what you're worried about? That's no problem.
It's funny. It reminds me of a great story. I remember in ninth grade, I think it was 9th or 10th grade, there was this group of friends. They were girls. And one girl, like, broke her arms. Like, I forgot what she did, but she, like, just couldn't use her arms. She's like in a cast and everything. And the other girl was like, well, I'm going to go to the restroom with her. And the teacher had this rule of like one student at a time.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not going to let you go, Susan. Like, you can't. She's like, well, I kind of have to. And this is like in front of the whole class. She's like, why do you need to go to the restroom with her? And it's like, how else is she going to unzip her pants?
Oh.
And I was like, that's a real friend there. But I probably wouldn't have said that out loud in front of everybody. And, but that was one of the funniest things. It's like, that's true. You can't really argue with that. But, now we all know that you're going to go in there and take off her pants.
Well, it's, I'd tell teachers that had my grandchildren in their class, if they ever came up to you and said they got to go to the bathroom, you got to let them go. I mean, you have to let them go. And if they come back and tell me you hadn't let them go, we're going to have a meeting. And she says, yes, but you don't understand how many kids come up and say, I got to go to the restroom. And they really don't have to go to the restroom. They just want to get out of the class and go, I don't know what they're going to do. Well, Okay, that's on you, and you need to send somebody with them that you trust, or take your assistant teacher and have her take them to the restroom. But you know, that's terrible. They're trying to hold something that they can't hold. You know, so I'll just, you'll be the one to clean it up, okay? But it just makes me so mad because that's cruel. If you have to go to the restroom real bad, and they don't.
I always enjoyed the teachers that had the obnoxiously sized restroom pass.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I'm like, I bet that thing is filthy
Ugh.
because you got to put it somewhere. And I'm like, where are you gonna put this?
Wait, they run out of toilet paper. What do I do? With
I remember
this?
one time too. It was wild. It was I had to go check the girls' restroom for some reason. And,
What?
And I don't know why I was in there, but I had to go check something.
Let's come up with some reasons.
But they had a couch, and I was sitting there kind of like, because I've been around the school for a while. I'm like, why do we have a couch in this room? It's like,
you're in there in the girls' restroom.
like in the girls' restroom.
Did
and
you
I saw
leave
a couch.
the door open, or did you put
No,
a orange cone outside or something?
No, I don't really know. I mean, I don't remember. I knew I had to go in there, and then I was like, why is there a couch? And that was on my mind.
And that was it? You're in the girls' restroom? You didn't?
Yeah.
We're not worried about who's going to walk in or anything like that?
I mean,
Somebody
it's just,
told you to go to the girls'?
Yeah, like I had to go in there and check something, and then I went there and checked whatever it was. We're good.
Oh, okay.
And then
Okay.
I saw the couch, and I was like, why the hell is there a couch in the women's restroom? Because we didn't have a couch.
No.
But
But y'all didn't have a period. They probably put them in there for some girl that's experiencing a bad
maybe.
period.
I have no idea. But
Yeah.
it was really funny to me, and I was.
The teacher's lounge.
I wanna
Did you ever go to the teacher's lounge?
I think one time I did. Yeah.
Well, because that was the only
Because
place.
I remember they had sodas in the refrigerator, and I was like, all right, I'll remember that one. If I want a soda, I just go into
That's
this
where you
and
come.
just grab a soda.
Well, as an adult, I was waiting for Cindy, and I said, can I go use the restroom? She said, well, you go to the teacher's lounge and use it. And I was going, I get to go to the teacher's lounge and use it. And it was hilarious. And the way they decorated I can't even describe it. It's just weird. But they have really good sense of humor. Humor. It's interesting.
I want to say there was a moment when on student council I mentioned something because my best friend was the president for a couple of years, and I was like, "Hey, talk about getting a couch in the men's restroom." And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "I'm just telling you, there's one in the girls. Why is there not one in the guys?" Then again, I wouldn't want to sit on a couch that's in a restroom. I mean, I feel like that's a little weird.
That is
It's probably for the hickey ring.
Oh man, teachers could write books about their experiences and what the kids say. I remember asking.
We were pretty good. I mean, I don't really remember anything terrible.
Well, when Cindy started kindergarten, I asked the kindergarten teacher, I said, look, I got to get this straight. So what she says about what we do or our family or our house, the way the house looks, if she says that in here, does it stay in here? She said, she started laughing. I said, I'm not kidding. It's not funny. Does it stay in here, or do you tell the other teachers what she said and stuff? And she said, no, I promise I won't tell them what y'all say, because different things that they would say to somebody that we were standing there, and she goes, oh, Grandma, you remember when you, and I went, I remember, but I didn't want to tell them about it, and so.
Well, we did pranks mainly.
What?
Big pranksters.
What'd you say?
Well, we were pranksters.
Oh, you were?
Oh yeah.
Weren't you afraid of getting caught pranking?
No.
No? Well, I mean, I can sort of.
I know, like, when we had projectors, the projectors were so much fun to mess with because most of the teachers didn't know how to work them.
Right. That's
so,
right.
like, you can loosen that bulb in, like, under 10 seconds. So that was always, if I was right by it, I'd be like, And then they'd be like, turn it on, it wouldn't come on. They'd be like, what? And they wouldn't even think about checking the bulb, and so that we'd waste like 20 minutes of class time. We got to get another projector down here, and then
oh man, in high school, our homeroom.
but the
and
projector
this
was easy
way
to mess
back.
with.
This is like in '67, way back, and in our homeroom, the teacher that we had was just someone that looked like she used to be in the movies in the 1920s, and she was so sweet, and she dressed real sweet, and so the guys were so mean, and their favorite prank they did that everybody remembers was someone had a really Hershey bars used to be much thicker, and heftier, and he went up there, and there's a heater behind her.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And so he puts it
pretty
on
good.
there, and he's talking to her and looking at her and talking to her and asking her questions and stuff. And then he turns it over and he takes it and so he stands there. He goes, "Okay, thank you," and he goes wham and hits the ceiling. The ceiling was like low, and right over her head, and everybody the hysterics of when it starts dripping on her, and she doesn't know where it's coming
that's
from
insane.
and what is it, was just, I mean, that was a pretty good prank. I mean, I felt so bad for her. It was so mean to her to do that, but everybody got a great laugh out of it. It was the stuff that they thought about doing, and all the pencils that stuck up in the.
Yeah.
Is that what y'all did?
No, I remember one was really good, but they got to the point where if they caught us, we would get suspended. Was we learned the PA code on the phones.
Oh, they had a PA code on the phone.
On the phone, so if you
On
needed
the
to
teacher's phone.
on like all the phones, you could dial like a 6-digit number and it turn on the PA, and it's supposed to be for like emergencies or something like that.
And
But-
it wasn't just for the teachers.
Well, I mean, like
the
if
kids could do it too.
well, I mean, anyone could touch the phone.
Well,
So if there's a room and no one was in it, we go in there, do the 6-digit number, and then do a cat noise.
oh, okay.
So you just hear this
Oh.
random, like real quick, meow, and then they would you
And
jet.
that's all you do?
Yeah, no, you don't hang around the scene of the crime, and you just go, meow, and then you just hang it up and run.
Oh,
and
can
then-
you imagine?
Yeah, that
having
morning
control of
announcement's
that?
like, just to let you guys know, whoever's doing the cat noises throughout the day, if we catch you, you're going to be one day like suspended. And so that kind of put us off because none of us want to get suspended. And then
Did you get called to the principal's office very often?
no,
You didn't?
no.
Well, yeah, but then
Well, I mean, like
then
our
you didn't
senior,
have any-
but the best
war
was
story.
the best was the senior prank because we already graduated at the time, so they couldn't like do anything to us. But what we did is like we noticed this. You know how they have those pop-up furniture places for sale? Like it's like an empty lot, and they'll just randomly have furniture there, put a
Yeah.
bunch of tents and stuff.
Uh-huh.
There was a blown-up gorilla that was probably like a story tall.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
And one of our friends comes by and he's like, hey, I've noticed they're starting to clear out that lot. And that gorilla's still there. It's deflated.
Oh no.
He's like, we can go pick it up. And so a group of us went and picked, I mean, this thing was really big. And a group of us picked it up. And then the day of our senior trip, because we already graduated, and at that time every class went on a trip together on the bus. So what we did was we installed the gorilla on top of the gym, and when we were loading at the bus, one of the buddies would plug it in. So by the time we're all on the bus, you could see this giant gorilla coming over the gym, and we're some of the pictures I have are so good.
That's
But everyone was sitting there on the bus, and the teachers are freaking out. The principal's like, "What is this? Oh my gosh, where did this come from?" And they come on the bus, and they're like, "We know it was one of you guys. Anyone gonna say anything?" And no one said anything.
your group.
Yeah, we're literally trying to leave on the trip. Like, we're leaving in less than like 20, 30 minutes. So, and then I think a couple years, like a decade later, one of my friends taught there or something like that. And he's like, guess what? I go, what? He's like, they still have the gorilla. Like they stored the gorilla.
They stored it.
They stored it.
Oh man, that could. Yeah, it's a good thing they didn't find that. There, one of Samantha's, Cindy's friends, took a sign, like it's like a street sign,
Yeah.
and gave it to her as a present. Thought that would be funny, and I went, "You can't have, that's like stealing public property. It's
Yeah,
like,
probably.
You can't do that." And she says, "Well, what do I do?" I get scared. Her like, "What do I do? What if they, come looking for it?" Well, if she tells them, if she's the one that
You
tells
just
them,
deny it.
you're just.
But I did enjoy, like, on that trip. I remember one of the teachers coming up to us, like, while we're already there, and she's like, "Was it you?"
Oh, she knew. She
She's
knew.
like, "Oh, because there's like 10 of us that."
The only ones that would have been brave enough to do that.
Yeah.
That is.
We already graduated. Like, we're like, okay, what are you gonna do?
But you took it.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, audience out there, if you're still watching, you have to know that if you come to the Conroe Museum, you can see Sasquatch. That's a pretty big. That's a big Sasquatch. You think? I don't know. It's like they should have put on there like, it's the right size. This is this is what he would have looked like, or what they believe he looks like. But I walked right up to it and was like, if you get closer to it, it's even funnier. But that they have that as part of the Conroe Museum. I don't know. Is Conroe known for?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I told you that. I found that out about like 4 months ago. They're trying to make it an attraction to visit Conroe.
Well, I mean, if you want to bring the kids in, it's either that or go to Spirit of Halloween. I went to Spirit of Halloween yesterday, the one that's over off of by the party. Used to be the party.
Party City.
Party City.
Yeah.
Yeah. It used to be that, and so now they've taken it over, and it is amazing.
I wonder if they have a gorilla on top.
I'll have to go back there and look. I'll have to back up and look and see if that was. But
when I find the picture, I'll send it to you because it really was funny. Like everyone was running around the gym, like, how do we turn it off? Where is it?
So it made the sound like a gorilla?
No, it's just like a blow up gorilla that you see.
Well, what was the sound? What was the sound that was?
Nothing.
Oh, I thought
they wanted to turn it off.
Oh, just to make it stop.
Yeah, because it came over the gym, like the hand was coming over, and like it was it was a sight, that's for sure. And
oh, Richard, you should write a book. That
was
that's
good.
So interesting.
Probably the worst prank we would do is we would we would whisper very loudly about XYZ drinking on campus.
What's
and so like
XYZ?
Like a name. We would be like,
okay.
Be like, Terry. I see Terry was drinking liquor. He's drunk right now. Can you believe that? And then, of course, like 3 periods later, Terry would be like, did you tell them I was drinking? They were trying to give me like blood tests. You guys.
Yo, do you feel like you've grown out of that?
No.
No?
Well, no, we still mess with each other today. I think my favorite one was they started doing the Mormon calls.
The morning calls?
Mormon. Like you can schedule a visit from the Mormons. Or used to. I don't know if they did. Yeah. We used to schedule like
I thought you were talking about.
Oh yeah.
Is the trend that the men are calling their friends and telling them good morning.
Oh no.
I hope you have a great day. And then they'll call them and tell them good night.
You
I just
can
want to tell you good night.
We got one of our buddies. We got because I think the latest they'll stop by is like 10 p.m. And it's like, hey, I work nights, or I work. So can you stop by at 10 p.m. And then so they stopped by. Ooh. It was pretty funny. And the best was I want to say it was the blind. Verizon had a service for a while where you could, if you were not blind, I think it might have been deaf. If you're deaf, it's definitely if you're deaf, you could do text to speech. So this person at Verizon would call someone on your behalf.
Right.
And you just type in what you want them to say.
Now,
And that got out of hand because
see that they started a service like that, where they had they'd call into a company, and they say they would have someone hearing say, "Would you call da 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 da?" because she wants to talk to him, and so she will write out what she wants to say, and I'm going to read it, and then
like we did one where we basically told the lady we're his long distance girlfriend, and they haven't spoken in a while, so it's like she misses speaking to him. And it's just,
and then she says, "I'm sorry, she's deaf."
Well, like you're pretending to be deaf, and you're
Yeah.
typing like, "I love you, I missed you." Last night or like 2 weeks ago was amazing, and so this poor lady on the phone has to say it to her friend. It's like just reading it off. What's great now is my buddy. What he does for birthdays now is he sends those glitter bombs. You ever seen those?
Those glitter bombs.
Yeah,
Yes.
he sends glitter bombs all the time, and so that's pretty good. The most recent one that we were chatting about, one of our friends works for like a big corporation, and word got around that they're going to have like a birthday celebration at the office. And of course, one of my friends found out what time it was, so he hired a gorilla singing telegram. And it was supposed to sing a song about him, and he told him all these like details of stupid stuff we did in high school. So this gorilla was singing in front of all this office, just wishing him a happy birthday and how we all loved him.
And remember when?
Yeah.
Oh man,
It was good. And
that's
then,
no, that's really good. Singing telegrams.
yeah, I think that we all chipped in like $30, and it was because it was expensive. I think it like came out to like with tip, it was like $390, something like that. But we wanted to make sure it was a good memory.
That's so funny how the technology of everything had changed, because the TTY was what I was trying to think of. Was the same thing that they would when they did telegrams.
Yeah.
They used that to transport them, and so they developed a thing where they took a phone and put it in a couple.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And then they could type, and that was the first time that they could ever type to each other over the phone, and they used the phone that way. And so it got to be a really popular thing, and so I tried to find out, well, if somebody is deaf and they have a fire, they have a murder, they have something happens, if they have an emergency, how do they get to the police department? And they didn't have, and there was nothing. They had They had to go across the street to go find someone.
Yeah.
They had a phone call. So I went to the police department and had them see if we could put a TTY in there so that the deaf could call them. And they said, yeah, but what they may be calling us for all kind of things. How would they know what an emergency is? And I said, well, I'll do a meeting with everybody. I'll have a Houston meeting, and I'll tell them, you tell me what the rules are. So I did that. I told them, and they told me later. I talked to somebody that worked there in that office, and they said people were calling, getting their cats out of the trees, and just come over. They needed somebody to talk to, and they had no idea what really understand what emergency was and stuff. So it took a while for that to evolve into something where they could use it. And then, caption came out, and then the phones had where you could call somebody, the texting and all that. And that became, just totally answered the problem that they had about communicating with each other, the texting and stuff. And I love that. That was just so fun to be in, like kind of on the beginning of that era where technology was just taking over so fast. And when that guy came in and told me, "Hey, do you know? Because I saw you doing the news. Did you know that they now are going to have texting because they've got two lines that they can use on TV screens and put text on it when somebody's talking, and they're not going to need you at all. And I started thinking,
Yeah, you got replaced. We got to get going, Cindy.
wait, we got to go?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to go. Okay. I'm sorry. Thank you guys so much for watching and being here, and I appreciate you. And, just thank Chris Wootton for being our sponsor. And you first responders, we love you and we respect you. Okay, salute. Y'all have
Every week, people ask the same two questions. Are they ready to retire? Will their savings last for their lifetimes? Hi, this is Chris Wootton with Wootton Financial Group. Our firm has been in Montgomery County for decades, but the hopes and dreams of the people we serve never change. We help answer these two questions and many more that people have about their uncertain financial future. We have a simple introductory client experience that allows us to get to know the client and includes a few meetings for the client to kick the tires at no charge. We provide a concise, one-page summary that helps the client get a better handle on which questions are the right questions for them. To learn more about Wootton Financial Group's process in helping their clients to a clearer financial future and to see their contact information, visit Cindy Cochran Show page on irlonestar.com/TCCS. Wootton Financial Group is a proud sponsor of the Cindy Cochran Show. Wootton Financial Group is available by phone at 936-449-5952 or visit them on the web at www.woottonfinancial.com. That's www.woottonfinancial.com.
This program is sponsored by the Wootton Financial Group. It is not the intent of Wootton Financial Group to render or offer personalized investment advice or financial planning advice through this radio program or any related website. Wootton Financial Group's participation in this program is limited to providing general information on financial matters and should not be construed as financial recommendation or investment advice. Investment advisory services are offered through Game Plan Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisor registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission and the state of Texas. Insurance services are offered through Wootton Financial Group, Inc. Game Plan Advisors and Wootton Financial Group, Inc. are affiliated through common ownership, and neither firm is affiliated with The Cindy Cochran Show. No listener should assume that any information presented and or made available on this program serves as the receipt of or a substitute for personalized individual advice from Game Plan Advisors